welcome to the second chapter of the Paint Along Wight King series. In this episode we will paint all of the bone areas. We will keep the king in sub-assemblies so he will be easier to paint. We prime the miniature black. I used scale 75 primer, but every other primer you prefer will do the job. As painting handle I used the old one from Citadel and some cork. I used blue tack to fix the parts on my painting handles. For this part I'm going to use DaVinci Series 11 brush size 0, and a few old brushes will come in quite handy for mixing the color or applying the base coat. I will do my best to use Citadel colors through all the videos because they should be easy to get for everyone. I will put all the colors in the description below. For the base color we will mix Karak Stone and Deathworld Forest in a 3:1 ratio. We want a bone color that is slightly greenish. I've chosen that color because the Wight King is an old undead creature in my eyes, or the bones will be somehow weathered. The base color should be quite thick, so 2 layers should cover the black quite well. Make sure that the first color covers all the bone parts. For our first shadow color I mixed 1 part black into the base color. With around 3 parts water we make a glaze out of it, with a low coverage, as you might see on my thumb. We glaze then the areas we want to be darker. In this case I wanted the upper parts of the legs darker. We do this a few times till we are happy with the result. Let every layer fully dry before you apply another one, or you will have some nasty marks. The difference is very subtle, but in the end it will come out quite dark. On the hands we apply that color more like a wash. Before we start highlighting we apply a last shade in the deepest recesses. For that we add more black to our first shadow color. We want it really dark but not pure black. If you want, you also can use pure black. To make the job easier, we keep it diluted with more water so it runs better into the recesses. We paint it into the areas between the bones. Don't worry if you mess it up, you can always fix it with the first shadow color or the base color. Time for the first highlight. We add some Ushabti Bone to the base color and add 1 part water to it. It should be a little bit more diluted than the base color. We wipe most color off before we start applying, so it will be easier to create a transition. With small and gentle brush marks, we start highlighting. We also want to paint all of the edges with that color. We also use the color to clean up the hands. To smooth out the transition a bit more, we mix the base color to a glaze consistency and paint it on the mid parts. Same as with the step before, you always can fix mistakes with a highlight mixture. With pure Ushabti Bone, we apply the first edge highlight on all the bones. You can make them quite chunky. We paint all of the edges as well. Stupid me forgot to show you the consistency of the paint on my thumb. I will do my best in the next video to show that in every step. On the hands we apply the color on the knuckles, but very chunky as well. We're nearly done. Wraithbone will be the next highlight color. We apply it on the edges where the top light will hit the miniature. On the lower parts we apply the color in smaller areas, mostly just as dot. We paint the knuckles on the hand with that color as well. Be careful, the hands are very fiddly. To finish the bone parts we use pure white. I use Prima Cruel by Schminker. We apply small dots on the brightest parts of the bones. Here we have the finished bones. It takes some time, but I'm very happy with the result and it was fun to paint. Except the head maybe. I will put up some images of the finished bones on Instagram. If you enjoyed what you just watched, how about clicking that subscribe button and the bell icon? In the next part we will start with the cloth, and I hope to see you there. And I will do my best to stay in the center of the camera. Bye!